So today we're talking about oak tree, not like any ordinary sort of like oak tree. What we're talking about, truffle oculated oak tree. We bought these probably like 2 or 3 months ago. So we bought it all the way from, well, me and Dee driving all the way to 2J. It's around an hour and probably 10 minutes driving from where we are. So it's probably around an hour and a half or 45 minutes from Perth CBD to 2J. So we probably spend around $1,000 something on this lovely oak tree. So they're quite tiny. They're around 60 centimeters tall, and yeah, and we bought probably around 20 or something of them. They're a little bit expensive. They're around $60 for one. So you can imagine how much we spend it on. So yeah, so I never grow oak tree before, and especially truffle oculated oak tree. So this is the first time we experimented, and probably this is going to be growing up in Chin Chin. Like 2J, the weather is actually a bit more drier than Jin Jin, and the soils, I think, it's a little bit more. Um, I think it's more fertile than Jin Jin. So I think before we even gonna put all this tree into the ground, we just need to do soil tests and that sort of thing to make sure that the soil up there is suitable for this plant, or else if it's too acidic, it will kill the actual mycelium. So when we bought the little like a plant seedling, sort of like pot or top, whatever you call them, we pulled it out, and we noticed that some of the root of the oak tree here, this particular one here, is more. Some of them have like a brown sort of like filming around it, and I think they are mycelium that does not really survive. I think simply because I don't know, it's turning brown, and it's not. I don't think the mycelium is actually work for that particular sort of plant. And I noticed also that is the more brown one is actually attached to the French oak. So there's a difference between the French oak. It's just like the leaf is more smaller and more spiky, whereas the English oak, as you say, they are bigger and more smoother and beautiful to touch. And when we unpot the English oak, so what happened is that there's more white film mycelium actually grow in the English oak compared to the French oak. And some of the plant that we repot, we noted they didn't have any mycelium at all. So when you buy them, like they were saying, and like lots of truffle plantation was saying, it's like miss and sort of like mix and match, or just like it's like going and mining for gold. So you need to wait for like 6 or 7 years to make sure that you have proper truffle growing, and you need to have pig, you need to have dog to sniff out the truffle. But to be really honest, I'm not gonna go to it that way. I'm growing truffle because for purely pleasure, and not only that, I'm growing it because I love oak tree. Have you ever watched that movie Totoro, the Japanese animation? And there was this little girl went into the forest and made this like spiritual cat. I think it's a cat. Well, I call him Totoro, right? So Totoro gave her like a whole bag of acorn, and then he teach the little girl how to pray to the earth and how to make the seed sprout into this giant oak tree. I just fell in love with that animation, and it's always my dream to actually grow truffle and oak tree. So why not? So yeah, and of course I have other dream of growing other thing at all. The same thing too. Like I have a whole of hot list of what to grow, and throughout the whole year, whole journey of growing all these plants, I have grown ginseng and try my best to do it, and I know it's not suitable for Western Australia. I also grow saffron, and I realized that the saffron will grow here, but then again, the rat got it before we do. They got the boat, of course. Growing ashitaba is one of those rare Japanese herbs, and we end up growing them. What else do we have? Oh, gee, blue chiquilla, blue agave. So Don't ask me why. I love them. I will show you how I germinate them from seed and how long it takes and how big it is now. Maybe next time or later down the future, I will show you how big they are now. So it's a long year sort of process. I also have a dream to grow wasabi, which I have. Now, it does. It's one of those rare herbs that take a lot of time to actually nurture and protect. And to be real honest, I'm very busy, and same with Dee. She's very busy as well. So like I said, it's a learning experience when you grow a tree and you grow with them. And if you know anything about how to grow truffle and things like that, let me know. So my mission for this particular year is going down to Manjimup. That's where the biggest truffle production in Perth, Western Australia, and I think it was one of the biggest one in Australia, next to Tasmania, Victoria plantation. So yeah, I might just go there, do the tour, instead of buying like 5 grams of like truffle cost me like $30 at Peaches in South Fremantle. um, I said to myself, well, I might just go down to Manjimup and just dig the truffle myself and have that experience, and then grow my own truffle up on the land. Yeah, so anyway, have a lovely day. I hope you guys have any idea about growing truffle. Let me know, because I don't know. Or if you know anywhere in Perth, Western Australia, if you live in Perth, Western Australia, they actually have a humongous oak tree, and during the fall they fall those little acorns, and just drop at my place or show me where to pick it up. I'll be eternally grateful, because I want to make more of this amazing tree up in the land. I want to shade the land, shade the earth, and also you know help produce more oxygen rather than carbon dioxide. But this is just a lifelong sort of project, I was saying. So I hope you guys just stay tuned and just follow our truffle journey in the future. Have a lovely day. Thank you.